Hi friends, I'm Ashley and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 11 YA fantasy books that are coming out this September. And I'm going to be talking about these in order release date from soonest to latest. Book number 1 comes out on September 2nd and it's Grave Flowers by Krause. This one is described as a twisty, dark royal court fantasy that takes the courtly intrigue of Hamlet and infuses it with the vicious ambition of the Boleyn family. So this one follows Princess Magdalena, and she has a twin sister Inessa, and her twin sister Inessa were born attached at the hand and then were separated right after. And Magdalena has never really fit in with her family, and Magdalena's family consider her weak, and the only place that she finds peace is in the garden tending to her magical flowers, and these magical flowers are called grape flowers. And so secretly she dreams of escape and a new life. However, life has other plans for her because her sister ends up getting stuck in purgatory, so now Magdalena must take her sister's place. So she has to become the prince's bride, but her sister had a secret mission. So not only was she to marry this prince, but she was also supposed to kill him to solidify a profitable pact with his uncle. And so our story goes from there. Book number 2 also comes out on September 2nd, and it's Thorn Season by Kiera Azar. And this is book 1 in a romantasy trilogy. So this one is full of court intrigue, treacherous lies, a web of deception, sizzling tension, dangerous secrets, a dashing rebel, and forbidden magic. So I'm going to read the synopsis for this one. So it reads, in the kingdom of Deradon, a persecuted few are wielders in possession of a magical specter, a shimmering thread that can extend beyond their visible body to give a loving caress, pick a lock, even kill. Feared for this ability, wielders have always been hunted. Alyssa Payne, heiress and daughter of a hunter family, is also a wielder. At 18, Alyssa knows she's escaped execution thus far only due to painful self-control and the efforts of her beloved father. Summoned to the harsh and glittering royal court for the debutante season, Alyssa finds herself caught in a web of intrigue and betrayal, and caught between two equally dangerous men. One, a brutal ruler with the handsome face of a fairy tale prince who would destroy her if he knew the truth, and the other, a beguiling foreign ambassador with secret agendas of his own. With the threat of discovery lurking around every corner and romance becoming an increasingly dangerous temptation, Alyssa will find that she has more to lose than her secrets. It's rose season at the palace, but to survive she'll need to become the most vicious of thorns. Book number 3 comes out on September 9th, and it is An Embroidery of Souls by Ruby Martinez. Our main character in this one is Jade, and she is a thread speaker, which means that she can control souls with a tug of a thread. And this is a rare gift that can only be used in service to the crown. And Jade's mother is also a thread speaker, but she's not just any thread speaker, she is the master thread speaker. However, one day her mother goes missing, and the queen orders Jade to find her mother or else be conscripted into a life of servitude. And so, of course, Jade agrees. And she ends up being joined by Lucas Keller, a boy with a heart as bright as the universe. And Lucas agrees to help her if she in turn will help him with something. And so Lucas is desperate to get his family out of poverty, but unfortunately he has also become mixed up with a very vicious and dangerous gang, so that is why he needs the help of a thread speaker. And so the two of them form an uneasy alliance, and our story goes from there. Book number 4 also comes out on September 9th, and it's The House of Quiet by Kiersten White. And I'm going to read a little bit of the synopsis to give you an idea of what this one is about. So it reads, in the middle of a deadly bog sits the House of Quiet. It's a place for children whose procedure triggered powers too terrible to be lived with, their last hope for treatment. No one knows how they're healed or where they go afterward. Birdie has begged, bargained, and blackmailed her way inside as a maid, determined to find her missing sister Magpie. But what she discovers is more mysteries. Instead of the destitute children who undergo the procedure in hopes of social advancement, the house brims with aristocratic teens wielding strange powers they never should have been burdened with. So this one just sounds really creepy and perfect for spooky season. And also, I am intrigued by the powers that these kids have. I want to know exactly what these powers are. Book number 5 comes out on September 23rd, and it's A Steeping of Blood by Hafsah Faizal. And this is the second book in the Blood and Tea duology, with the first book being A Tempest of Tea. And I just wanted to shout this sequel out because I loved A Tempest of Tea, so I'm excited to read this one and see how the story continues. So this one has tea and vampires and heists, and a character with a cat that rides on his shoulder. And I found the first book to be fast-paced, full of action, and also I love the sense of found family that was in here. Book number 6 also comes out on April 23rd, and it's Extraordinary Quest for Amateur Witches by Kayla Cottingham. In this one, after accidentally cursing his ex-boyfriend, a reluctant hero must complete a dangerous quest to undo his spell, all while falling for a brooding new crewmate with dark secrets. Book number 7 also comes out on September 23rd, and it's This Raging Sea by D. Elizabeth. This one sounds very intriguing, so I'm going to read you the synopsis. So it reads, Historic Lock Creek is a witchy New England tourist trap, but it's just a trap for Briar, who's convinced she'll die there among the waves that devoured her twin brother 13 years ago. But when her best friend, who she's loved since childhood, Finn, vanishes from the seaside carnival, there's only one person who can help Briar find him. Morgan, her biggest enemy who knows her darkest secret. As Briar uncovers hidden truths as dark and deep as the water that haunts her, it quickly becomes clear that Finn has gone much further than anyone could have imagined. He's lost in time, and neither of them are safe. If Briar and Finn look too hard, they might find terrifying answers, not just about what's buried beneath the shores, but also the threads tying them to each other. As past and future collide, the seductive yet evil underwater entity that intends to claim Briar still needs its sacrifice, and it's too hungry to go unsated. Book number 8 comes out on September 30th, and it's The Weaver Bride by Lydia Gregovic. The main character in this one is Lavette Tamberlan, who is a silk witch, and like all other silk witch girls, she has a rare ability, but she can't use that ability until she marries a weaver husband. But finding a weaver husband requires status, refinement, and money, and unfortunately, Lavette does not have any of those things. But what she does have is a secret ability, and that ability is to open any door. And so she uses her ability to steal from wealthy families. But one day, she ends up stealing from the wrong person, and she ends up coming face to face with Elliot Lear, the notorious son of a prominent weaver. And it turns out that Elliot has been watching Lavette, and he knows that she is a weaver. And so he offers her a deal. And he is giving her a chance to enter the Vainglory, which is a competition with the ultimate prize, which is marriage to Noe Alir, who is the heir of generations of weaver wealth. And the catch is that last year, this competition ended in tragedy, and the winner was Elliot's sister, but she ended up dying. And so Elliot wants Lavette to figure out what happened to his sister. And even if she doesn't win the competition, as long as she figures out what happened to his sister, Elliot promises that she can have her pick of weaver suitors. And so our story goes from there. Book number 9 also comes out on September 30th, and it's Sleepless by Jen Williams. So this one is described as an epic gods and monsters romantic fantasy. And in this one, we follow multiple characters. Our first character is Elva, and she is the guardian of the wild and dangerous monster forest. And she was saved by the break of death by a god, and so now her skin will poison anyone that touches it. Our second main character is Artar, and he is on a mission that brings him face to face with Elver. And so Elver is ready to cut him down, but she then realizes that she can't because he is one of the few that is immune to her poisonous skin. He's one of the Sleepless, which means that he is cursed to share his body with an evil spirit. And this evil spirit is Lucien, and he inhabits Artar's body when Artar is asleep. And Lucien wants to use Elva for his own dark purposes, but Elva is also hiding secrets of her own, and because of these secrets, she ends up feigning an alliance with Artar and Lucien. And so our story goes from there. Book number 10 also comes out on September 30th, and it's Bitten by Jordan Stephanie Gray. And this story has forbidden romance, enemies to lovers, werewolves, and paranormal romance. So our main character in this one is Vanessa Hart, And on the night of her 17th birthday party, she ends up being attacked by a werewolf. And this encounter changes her life forever, and she loses everything that she loves. Her family, her home, her best friend, they're all torn from her. And she ends up being imprisoned without an explanation by mysterious captors. And adding to that, she also undergoes a painful transformation into a werewolf. And these captors tell her that she needs to swear her life to the Wolf Queen or die. And so, of course, she doesn't want to die, so she swears her allegiance to the Wolf Queen. But she promises herself that someday in the future she will get her revenge. However, her revenge is complicated when two handsome guys catch her eyes. And one of them is Golden Prince Sinclair, who threatens to steal her heart even though he is engaged to her nemesis. And the other guy is his brooding, disgraced cousin Calix, whose smoldering gaze hides even darker secrets. Book number 11, and the final book on this list, also comes out on September 30th, and it is On Starlit Shores by Beck's Glendining. And this one is a YA urban fantasy graphic novel. And this one follows Alex, who must return to the town where she was born to unravel the magical mysteries her late grandmother left behind. But this town, Indigo Harbor, isn't just your average town, because there are falling stars, witches running tea shops, and a name that comes up again and again, Elizabeth. And so this novel follows Alex as she reconnects with her past and as she tries to discover exactly who this Elizabeth is and what her connection was to her grandmother. Alright, so those are 11 YA fantasy books that are coming out this September. Let me know down below which ones caught your eye. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye!